Good morning, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Thursday morning, May 30th. We are looking at Window Traders market profile of the ES and NQ. So unlike the other day when M ran up, only for us to gap lower, last night, look at this up here. You figured there were going to be a lot of stops up here. M rolls over, closes, finally got the opening, which we hadn't seen since A period. In NQ's case, never even got it. And now, with 70 minutes to go, we're possibly looking to gap lower. Remember, we gapped lower yesterday and filled it. However, this is a little more crucial here for the S&P because as of now, the gap is below Thursday's low of the 23rd, which would put the daily down and put the weekly into balance. They've been trading back and forth between the upper and lower distribution from the 14th. NQ also pushed down. In fact, they pushed down a lot. Look at this. But they've rallied pretty good off their lows here. Their low is around, we'll round it out, 658. They rallied almost 100 points. And even though they're below yesterday's low, not by a lot. Okay? Here's yesterday's low. So we'll see. Now, again, even with that push down the overnight, did not get down to Thursday's low of the 23rd. That would take them out of balance on the daily. That would put them into balance on the weekly. Didn't do it. So, going to be interesting to see over the next 70 minutes where we open. Do we attempt to gap lower? Things of that nature. Righty. Overnight, traded below yesterday's low. Now look where they are. Now remember, righty is down on the weekly and the daily. If they take out yesterday's high, they still have the gap to fill, but it would put them back in balance on the daily. Not on the weekly. So a lot of things happening here. Again, yesterday's volume was in the top 10 lightest. Yesterday's range was in the top 10 smallest. It's all just balance. So I'm really curious to see if we break below the 23rd's low of 73.50, if we finally maybe pick up some tempo and volume. So game plan. Well, right here, again, there's a lot of time to go prior to the opening, but right in the middle of these single prints, too far from the overnight low, too far from the overnight high, not really a trade. If we push up towards that overnight high, right now that's a great risk reward. Short. It's right below where the daily's coming out of balance. It's also putting the weekly into balance. Then you could use basically the gap fill as you're out if you don't mind taking 4 or 5 points worth of heat. That's one short. As far as a long, well, again, if we push down, you can take one against the overnight low, which is poor right now. But below it, again, it depends how much heat you want to take. That's 9 points worth of heat down to that low. I don't think you want to take that much. If we go and get the overnight low, then I would short even the overnight high heavier. Now, it's not a big range right now, okay? It's only about 23 handles, so it's a small overnight. Keep that in mind. Remember, yesterday NQ did not get either overnight. Righty didn't get either IB. So again, these are early plays. If you're in the voice trading room, starting at 9:15, we start laying out our scenarios for both sides, for buyers, for bulls, for bears, and what we're looking to do as the market starts painting its picture. Okay? And then chart-wise, so here's the weekly. If we take out last week's low, we're officially in balance. How big is the balance? Well, it'll depend. Right now, it would start as a 3-week balance unless we really ripped lower, okay, by the end of the week. We do have 2 days to go, so we would have to see. But right now, it's up until we do take out last week's low. And it's still an inside week. The daily, same thing. Still balanced till we take out this low from the 23rd. Once we do that, you'd be coming out of balance, out of a 10-day balance to the downside. Okay? So, I just want to see something real quick on triple Qs on their weekly. See, now they are still over $3 away from it. So, they would come out of balance if they took out last Thursday's low for me on the daily. However, the weekly would still be up unless they took out, this is Thursday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. Monday's low of 451.79. So again, a little different. than the S&P. Good luck trading today. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to this channel. And we'll recap at 4 p.m.